It's something we all do, but I believe that once you become a little bit more conscious about this action, you can start controlling and swaying things your way within any situation. What's up, y'all? Hope y'all having a high vibrational day, and let's just get straight into the video. So, this video is about how to manipulate people. Now, I know that sounds, oh, Dante, spirituality, high vibrational, you know what I'm saying? But you're making the video about how to manipulate people. Okay, well, it's manipulation in a good way, and let me explain. So this is a technique that is called positive reinforcement. Basically, when something happens, some animal, and I actually learned this from my cat, but I might get into that later. But when something happens that somebody does that is positive to you, you reinforce that positivity. So it's like a coach, right? When the basketball player, whatever, when they make a 3-point shot and they make it, right, the coach says, "Good job." They say, "Good job." That's called positive reinforcement. It's something we all do, but I believe that once you become a little bit more conscious about this action, you can start controlling and swaying things your way situation. So a coach says something like, "Good job." What that does to the player's mind is that makes them want to make more 3-pointers, makes them want to take more shots, because they get a little bit of a dopamine release from that positive reinforcement, from that good job. It's as simple as this. I learned this from my cat. You see, every morning I usually do a 10 to 15 minute meditation. I used to have my cat meowing in my ear, literally in my ear, so I can get her some food, okay? Because I usually meditate, stretch, and feed my cat. But to me, it's like, bruh, you can wait like 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? 10 minutes after. You're not starving. I know you're not starving, so why are you meowing so much? And this frustrated me. And of course, I had a little bit of shame, you can call it, because it's like I'm meditating and I'm getting mad during my meditation. How does that even make sense? You get what I mean? I'm not gonna lie, I dipped into a lot of lower self traits. I yelled at my cat, I picked her up, threw her out the room, and I did so many things, and they never worked, quite frankly. Negative reinforcement doesn't work. You can't force anybody to do anything. The most you can do is sway them in the right direction. So what I found out is that if I just and ignored my cat while I was meditating, then it actually silenced her. She actually was quiet. And then when I actually was done meditating, as a treat for not interrupting my meditation, I gave her food, and I gave her a little snack on the side. Here's a little bit of extra, just because you're acting nice. Now, cats are very intelligent, as are humans. So just because I'm using an example of a cat doesn't mean that you can't use this on actual people. And I see it all the time within my daily life. Everybody wants recognition for their good deed. Everybody wants higher self traits, because that's who we truly are. We're all on a journey reaching our higher self. Our higher self is who we truly are. It is the best version of ourselves. But your question probably to me is, what do you do when somebody doesn't do what you want? Do you yell at them like how I did my cat? Do you throw them out the room? I don't know how you're gonna do that, you know what I'm saying? But do you do negative reinforcement? No. That is the trick. You ignore the action. Here's the thing too. Just because you ignore it doesn't mean they ignore it. They recognize the ignoring of that action. So say if you really want to hang out with a certain person, right? Whether that be a boyfriend, a girlfriend, or whatever you're into. You know what I'm saying? Not whatever you're into, no kids, okay? No. Just gotta put that in there. You know how we know how this society be. That's a whole nother video for another time. But anyways, say if you want to hang out with somebody that you have affectionate feelings towards, right? And then they hit you with the no. They hit you with the I don't want to hang out, or blah blah blah, or you just say, hey, you want to hang out, and they're just like, no. After this, what you do is you just simply say nothing. You don't say anything. You see a lot of people, they'd be like, oh, you don't want to hang out with me, oh, what the heck? Negative reinforcement. Or they give positive reinforcement to negative actions. So if somebody says something like, oh, I don't want to hang out with you, they say, oh, that's okay, oh, it's okay. That's called positive reinforcement for negative actions. You don't want to do that, because what it will install is more negative actions that aren't beneficial to you. So what you do is you just simply ignore it. And it's a certain type of ignore. You don't ignore it as in, oh, look, I'm ignoring you. You don't ignore it as in that, okay? You don't want to actively ignore it, if that's even a thing. You want to hit them with the straight silent treatment. No response, no nothing else, nothing latter. So although you have the vibration of and frequency of, oh, I just ignore them, does that mean they're gonna ignore me? Now if they don't care about you, then probably they're just gonna ignore you. But if they do care about your attention, and if you keep doing positive reinforcement, they're gonna obviously care about your attention to a certain level or degree. If they do care about your attention, then they're gonna feel that. They're gonna be like, he just gave me zero attention. Attention away from somebody that you already gave them attention, they're gonna feel that. They're gonna feel that lack of dopamine release. And after that, they're gonna be wanting your attention more. And then maybe even after that, they will actually agree to hang out with you. Oh, maybe I can't hang out with this day, but I can hang out this day. But you just have to be strict about this. You have to be strict. You can't give, no give. You can't be like, oh, that's an exception to the rule. That's an exception to the rule. No, you must be strict within this. Now, this isn't really an evil thing. This is kind of just how you get what you want in life. I've noticed, and I've seen the reason why I know this so well is because I've seen this pattern within my jobs. I've had many jobs, right? And I've always seen this pattern within my managers, the best managers, because I've had a lot of bad managers and I've had a lot of good managers. And the best managers did the same thing that I'm speaking on today, is positive reinforcement. When I did something messed up, when I see one of my coworkers do something that is negative, is wrong, they ignore it. They don't 100 now they don't 100% ignore it, but they don't do negative reinforcement. They don't yell at them, depending on the action. But if it's something small like messing up an order or something like that, they kind of ignore it. Maybe they might give you a little bit of side eye, but they mostly ignore it. But what this counteracts is when you do something positive, they give you so much like praise and appraisal, and boom. I remember I made a sandwich for my manager, right? and she was like, "This is the best sandwich ever," and and blah blah blah. And then what that did was, in my mind, it was like, wow, that's a compliment. Now I'm going to keep making great sandwiches. I'm going to keep trying my best for the sandwiches. You know what I'm saying? The same strategy I did for that sandwich, I'm going to continue over other sandwiches, because I have this positive reinforcement and I have this feedback that is telling me that I am doing good. So it's every day, it's within life, and a lot of people do it, but you probably done it before, but a lot of times we're just not conscious of it. Simply, like, if you comment under the video and you say, "Good video, Dante," well, I'm gonna analyze this video and I'm gonna think, okay, what was the things that I did good, and I'm going to try to habitually keep doing the same actions that I did within this video, because you guys give me positive reinforcement, likes, comments, subscriptions. These are the things that social media uses in order to keep people recycling and continuously going to their site. That's why social media is so addictive, but that's a whole nother video for another time. So this isn't really a negative thing. I'm probably gonna name this video something crazy, how to manipulate, how to control people. You know what I'm saying? And in a way, you are doing that, but overall, it's not really an evil thing. It's kind of in a good way, because once again, when people do negative actions, you don't give it negativity. You can never force somebody to do something. It's all free will, right? So even if you try to force your will upon others, it still may not work, because we're all divine. You know what I'm saying? We have certain powers, and one of those powers are free will. It was given to us by the universe. So just because you try to force your will upon others, it won't work. So do the opposite. Don't force your will at all upon others. Let them chill. But when they do something that is positive for you, then you reinforce that positivity, whether that's giving a compliment, whether that's actually giving them a certain item. Be conscious about this process, and you can use it within your daily life to get a lot of the things you want. But I believe that's it for today, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I have a Patreon now, link in the description. I will be posting on that Patreon one-on-one consultation. So if you use the Patreon, you can do a 101 consultation with me. Just message me, DM me, and I will set up a time that I am free. And I will be also posting on that Patreon more conspiratorial and more exposing the deep state, exposing what we live in. I can't really post that content on YouTube. I've tried posting that content on YouTube, and I already got shadow banned a little bit. So I'm gonna post more of that content on Patreon. But check out the Patreon for full videos about conspiracy theories and things like that. Me delving really deep, PowerPoint slideshows, lectures, things like that. But I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Much love to all, and I will see you in the next one.